Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on the Lil'X Tech YouTube channel. I know last year we only made a couple videos, but this year we're gonna take it by the horns. First year of 2020, hope everyone is doing well. Today we are checking out a old device. This is not new by any means, this is not a recommendation video by any means. But however, I wanted to check this exact device out. Since this device wasn't made in the last decade, but it was made previous before that. It was released back in 2009, in June 2009 to be specific. And this might look like the first iPhone to most of y'all. Unless you're a tech person, then you know that it's either 3G, but it's actually the 3GS. Now you might be asking yourself, Lil'X Tech, what are you doing with this old device in 2020? I mean, come on now, we got the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but I felt that it would be kind of nice to go back and revisit how far we've come. If you look up here, that's a big indicator of how far we came. I mean, most phones nowadays don't even have headphone jacks. This one came with one on it, and this old classic port. You have the charger here, the 30-pin connector. Yes, I might have to charge it because it's probably about to die. And some things that they haven't changed. As you can see, the side looks almost identical to the phones to the phones right now. Hold on, let me get it to focus. To the phones as of right now, as you can see, we got the little switch, little ringer switch, non-mute, unmute, and hopefully you can hear that vibrator. Hold on, listen. That's crazy how loud it is. Right now we have the taptic in on the iPhone. This is crazy. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same iconic design that they had for years. As you can see, 11 Pro Max right there. But anyways, that's not a video for that phone. We're checking out this one today. But as you see, this design from the front had been carried out since the beginning. The iPhone 8 Plus was actually the last one to have this pretty much same design, home button, speaker, earpiece at the top. And I mean, this device is, looking back at it, it's just nostalgic, to be honest. I mean, you have the power button on top like we used to have it before. The iPhone 5S actually was the last one to have it at the top, as you can see at the top, and then the headphone jack eventually moved to the bottom. And we had the lightning connector, which we still use today, that was brought back in the iPhone 5 days. But like I was saying, let's keep going with this device. That iconic lock screen at the front, this is just awesome. I mean, slide to unlock. Apple killed that off years ago, but listen to the sounds. We don't get those type of sounds anymore. The lock screen sound, iconic. You hear that in so many movies nowadays. They use that same stock sound. As you can see back here, they still said iPhone. Fun fact, the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro Max, they no longer say iPhone on the back. All they have is the Apple logo, and it's centered. It's not on top like they used to have it. And as you can see here, we still had the bottom text. As you can see, it looks pretty much identical from the back. As you can see, I mean, same placement. If you think about it, this, like I said, this design was carried through all the way to the iPhone 8. And as you can see here, right here we have the Touch ID. Right here we didn't have no Touch ID. Even though if they were invented that back then. But as you can see here, we had this shortcut, which we still do have today, even though right now we just gotta hold. Can't say 3D Touch no more because Apple killed that off with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Right here, slide to the side. Hold on, let me unlock it first. And slide to the side. That's how we got to the camera on this one. But going back to this device, let's unlock it. Let's check it out from the inside. I had to turn off the light so we can see the beauty of this TFT display. As you can see, it's not the sharpest. The resolution on it is 320 by 400 pixels. So 320 by 400. But as you can see here, checking out the settings, Looks pretty much like every iPhone, just older text, the old skeuomorphic design. Now, probably a lot of y'all hear this skeuomorphic design word, and you're like, what does that mean? That means that the icons had textures. As you can see here, the bookshelf or the notes, they actually had some texture to it. As you can see, they wanted to replicate what would be something real, something that you were familiar with. But checking this iPhone out, this pretty much has the same software as the last version of the iPod Touch 4G had. This is the iPod Touch 4th generation. But, I mean, this device has some iOS 6.1.6. So is this. And this came out in 2009. Just think about that. I think the iPod Touch came out in 2011, I want to say. 2010. So this device actually came 1 year later. And 1 year later made a big difference. As you can see, we have front-facing camera on this one, and we have the back rear camera, which this one did have, but this one's never mind. This one has a little worse camera, but anyways, it's HD. As of this one, it's just 480p. But going around, as you can see, this still looks almost identical to the iPhones nowadays. I mean, let me unlock this one out. As you can see, still the same. We can just move toggles around, hold down, and they start to wiggle. Hold down on this one, and they also start to wiggle. As you can see there. And then you can just move them around. I mean, it's crazy. Right now we can move more than one app, so we can just move all the apps that we want. Before, we hold down, we could not do that. It's crazy how far we've come. This one is on iOS 12, by the way, 5S. It's not supported by iOS 13. It's just crazy how far we've came. It's crazy how far we've came, but how close they look. I mean, iOS 12 was just released last year. This one, I mean, not last year, the year before. Well, this one ended support in 2019, and whenever iOS 13 came out. But as you can see, it's almost the same iconic design. I will show you how it looked against the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but that's the phone that's recording this video. I might take it off and show you some shots recorded by the 5S, since that camera's still pretty good. I did say I was gonna take a quick video of my setup, recording setup. As you can see, I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max on this tripod. Here's the 3GS, and from the front, how it compares. But anyways, but talking about camera, this camera is just funny by today's standards. Nobody should go out and take this phone for pictures. As you can see here, the camera is just potato quality. As you can see there, it kind of lags a little bit. As if I do with my hand right here, and check out this. Crazy how far the camera technology has come. Even compared to something like the iPhone 5S. I mean, this is really not an equal comparison. So you can see that this, open my fingers, and this open my fingers. It's smooth. This one is kind of choppy. But I mean, this was the first iPhone that could record video. That's what made this iPhone kind of famous. I remember the ads. It would start out something like this, like, "Welcome to the iPhone," and then it'll show you like the phone calls, the dialer. But this was the first phone to record video. Let me take a little clip right here. I'm gonna take a little clip of my phone recording this, and then I'll play it back. We still have that iconic record sound though. As you can see here. There we go. So playing it back. We still have that iconic record sound though. Tripod. I'll play that back one more time. We still have that iconic record sound though. As you can see here. Tripod. But anyways, yeah, this was the first iPhone that could record video. The iPhone 3GS. It's just nostalgic. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I was, I think, in 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, whenever this phone came out. And to me, I thought it was the most revolutionary thing. I mean, I would never imagine having the first iPhone. I don't think I was even like into tech that much whenever the new iPhone came out, like the first one. But moving around, you know, YouTube came at such a big platform, and here we are making our own YouTube videos. I mean, hopefully y'all subscribe. I know this is a long video, but trust me, we have to go through all the features. As you can see here, we still have the charging port, 30-pin connector, and that iconic sound. That sound will never get old. We have our battery indicator right now, which on the iPhone we just get a simple plug-in. iPhone 5S. This is how that down sounds. Why isn't that charging? There we go. That's how it sounds compared to this one. Listen to this one again. There we go. Listen, like, that's crazy. That is crazy. This sound is just iconic. It will never get old. Never get old. But I will leave it plugged in for the rest of the video so it doesn't die on us. Now, I would go through all the UI elements. I mean, the map, I don't think it works anymore, at least. I was trying to get it to focus, and it keeps saying, cannot determine location. It's probably because I don't have it connected to anything. AT&T actually killed off her 3G network, so this phone pretty much doesn't work. Now, some that I wanted to check out was some that's just beautiful. The music player. But this is not the beautiful part. This is just a regular, I mean, it looks pretty much like the ones we have now. As you can see here, it pretty much looks the same. Just this one has the alpha marks, this one doesn't. However, if you flip this one to the side, none happens. None happens. Rotation lock is not activated here. It's not on. And turn it to the side, none happens. But on this one, this is the beautiful part. You turn it to the side. There we go. This is the beautiful part. We had cover flow. Cover flow is just awesome. You find a song, you click on it, and bam. This was skeuomorphic design. This was like browsing at a record store or the old vinyls that we have nowadays. This was kind of like it. As you can see here, scrolling through it. It's crazy. Like, this is awesome. I wish we had this back on the new iPhone. This would make it so much cooler. I mean, you find a song, you click on it, and you can play it. As you can see here, I'm gonna have to turn the volume down. I don't want to get copyrighted on like my 5th video, but anyways, as you can see here, and then if you had a Lil'X on, it could also display on here. You could just tap it if the song had a lyric. I don't think I have a song that has a lyric, at least. Let me see. No lyrics. Okay, I thought it had lyrics. But anyways, iPhone 3GS, iconic design, iconic phone. This phone was revolutionary. Whenever it came out, it was the S stand for the speed. This was the fastest phone out in 2009. Just crazy. I hope we get something better. I mean, we're on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and the cameras on that thing are freaking amazing. The whole phone is amazing, even though it looks kind of dated. It looks kind of like the iPhone XS from the front, but from the back, it's iconic. Hopefully, I can't wait for what we will see on this new decade of smartphones. Because I mean, from how far we've came, the 5S, the first phone that was brought out to them, like, to millions of people that had Touch ID, fingerprint scanner on the home button. On the home button. Something you use every day. That is crazy. It still works. This phone still works. The iPod Touch. The iPod, fun fact, is still being sold today. Not this model, but the 7th generation iPod. This is the iPod. This is the thinnest thing right now compared to the iPhone 5S and compared to the iPhone 3GS. This is just crazy. It's thinner than most phones nowadays. But it's crazy how far we've come. And I hope that this year, well, this new decade, this 10 years going forward, are awesome. Well, guys, if you like this video, consider yourself subscribing. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, I mean, we have a dislike button for something. Cheers to more videos, because this is not going to be the only one this year. Hopefully not. I hope not. But anyways, catch you guys later, and Happy New Year.